GTA Online has now been out for 11 years, and in the year 2024, there are still many players who are new to the game. So in today's video, I will be showing you the ultimate beginner guide for all players on all consoles, with the main objective to be able to purchase a Kosatka by the end of this video. Sound good? Leaving a like and subscribing is greatly appreciated, and without further ado, let's go. So let's get started. GTA 5 Online, you have just created a brand new character, or you are starting with a second character. You'll be rewarded with $4 million in your GTA account to begin, and you'll have a path of choosing a criminal career in Los Santos. So what a great way to start your career in GTA 5 Online. Now you'll see there's 4 different options for your criminal career in the game. You've got the executive business, the gun runner, the nightclub owner, or the biker business. So you'll choose one of these, and we're going to go over a few different ones here in this video today. So you can see with the executive option, you'll have the choice of choosing an office, a warehouse, as well as some vehicles and weapons. Now, the vehicles and weapons choice is going to be pretty much a standard for all of the options you've got here. For the nightclub owner, you have a choice of a nightclub as well as an upgrade, and you can see the vehicles and weapons here. They are going to vary depending on the business you do choose. Some businesses will offer different vehicles compared to the other, but if we move on, you'll see the biker business here. You'll have the option to purchase a clubhouse as well as a business, which will work alongside it. When it comes to selecting a vehicle, I would highly recommend going with the armored Kuruma. This is going to help you tremendously in missions, and for the weapons, I would go with at least one shotgun, one rifle, and an SMG that you can use in a vehicle. Keep in mind, you will need to spend a minimum of $3 million out of that $4 million, so my biggest advice is try and choose wisely so that you have at least about $1 million in hand. I've gone with the nightclub business for the purpose of this video. However, I would strongly suggest the gun runner or the executive options as well. Okay, we are ready to go. Capitan is entering Los Santos, and we are on our way into a new GTA 5 Online lifestyle. So to start things off, you will be taken through an introductory, which I highly recommend. Well, you kind of don't have a choice, you have to take part in it. So this is a great way to learn the ropes of GTA Online to get started, and you'll find yourself in situations like this, which will just help you get familiar with how to basically use the game mechanics or the physics of the game, how it works and how it functions. Eventually, you will receive a text message to begin and set up your operations for the business of your choice. Now, if you haven't got a nightclub business, or you haven't gone for the nightclub option, say you've gone for the bunker, like the gun runner business, or you've gone for the executive, the CEO office, there will be some links in the description down below, and I will teach you a full guide on how to set up and run those businesses. But there can only be one career path that you choose when entering GTA Online as a new player, and so in this video I am going to be showing you how to set up the nightclub business in the meantime. The purpose of this video is just something you can go through and complete everything in this list. Like, everything I've got in this video is from start to finish, and by the end you will have enough money to purchase the Kosatka, which means you'll be able to complete the Cayo Perico Heist, which is the best way to make money in the game. Also, just keep an eye out when you begin your ascent in the game, as I was rewarded with a free apartment, which was quite random. In the meantime, let's get back to setting up the nightclub business. So it's quite straightforward. You will have a computer screen in your main office area, and when you begin with any business in the game, there are setup missions. So the first one would have been to set up the staff, which are the people who are going to be working with you and help operate this business. Then you'll need to go back to your computer screen and grab the equipment for the business. Again, it's going to be specific to the business you have chosen, but for this one, it is music equipment. Then there's going to be our third mission for the nightclub, which is to follow Solomon's plane, which is going to be out at Sandy Shores. There's a bit of chaos going on, and I actually found this was a really great way to just learn the map and find some spontaneous routes to where you need to get to. Of course, when you begin in GTA Online, you're not going to know where the end destination is going to be for this mission. You just need to follow the plane, but now you know. So you'll need to just take Solomon back to your nightclub, and this is going to be your first DJ to open the club up. My biggest tip is to keep your popularity bar for the nightclub full at all times, and how you can do this, there's multiple ways. You can throw out a troublemaker, you can take a VIP back to the medical center, you could also book a new DJ, or you could also just do a promote club mission, but we'll get into that a little bit later on. That's going to be your main way of making money through the business as a beginner. As you can see here, the main aspect of making money through the business is through your warehouse management or your technicians. So you are going to need to purchase a motorcycle clubhouse, and you're also going to need to purchase a business business within that. So don't worry, I'll go through that. So this is why I would actually suggest you go maybe with the gun runner business or the executive business if you're a beginner. The nightclub is a great way to make money. However, to make millions through this business, you are going to need some other businesses to run alongside it. But that's not to worry, as the wall safe is going to make you a lot of money on the side, and we'll get into that very shortly. So let's move on to setting up the motorcycle club business and the businesses alongside it. So this will also help those of you who chose this business at the start of your criminal career in GTA Online. So first of all, just take a seat in that chair there and access the open road page through your laptop in the motorcycle club. So you'll see the option there, the businesses we own, currently none, and you'll see the categories off to the left here. So the cheapest option is going to be the flower business for the amount of money that we have left currently at the moment, and this is the perfect choice to go with to set up alongside the nightclub business. So for the amount of money we have left currently at the moment, I've gone with the cheapest option here, which is $715,000. And with the remaining amount, I have gone ahead and purchased the Pegassi Batty 801 for $15,000 off of Southern San Andreas Super Autos. Now this motorcycle is going to help us tremendously get around the map with absolute ease. So a really quick way to get this motorcycle out is you can go to your interaction menu, go to the motorcycle club president option, and request the Batty 801. It'll pretty much come out instantly, and now we can take this to our flower business and set this up. So just access the open road and select set up. We're going to confirm that and eventually make our way to the van here, which we will enter and take back to the business. Now you'll see that this business is going to be set up now, and we can actually get this running alongside the nightclub business. So now that this business is set up, I'm going to show you a way to quickly spawn back at your desired location. So you can go to your interaction menu, head to preferences, and change your spawn location to the nightclub or the business of your choice. From here, you can go ahead and find a new session, and eventually you'll be loaded back in that business. So from here, we can go and assign a technician to that particular business we have just purchased and set up, with the goal eventually to be able to purchase all of these upgrades. The Diamond Casino is a great way to make money in GTA Online, and the main reason for that, or the main reason people come here on a daily basis, is for the daily lucky wheel spin. You'll see here the podium vehicle, and this is something you can actually win, and you also need to purchase a membership if you want to enter it for the first time, which is going to be $500. So from here, we can make our way to the lucky wheel, which is going to be in the main floor area. I'm going to show you guys a method to try and win this every time. So I just get to this point here and count 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, and then I just spin the wheel and I pull it down and then to the right. That's your left analog stick. And for some reason, I ended up actually winning the podium vehicle on the very first try. This is a great method you can try and use, and because we had that apartment which I was rewarded for free, I went ahead and just stored it in that. You can do this once a day, so every 24 hours in real life, you could just jump on GTA Online, go to the casino, head to the lucky wheel, and take a spin. You can see the owner of the club here getting very, very excited for us. You can also go to the cashier here and trade in your chips. You'll have a visitor bonus as well, and you can just turn that into some additional money. So that Batty 801 we purchased earlier is going to come in handy right now. This is your weekly regular time trial. You'll find this on the map, and typically they'll be at a different location each week. Simply be in the vicinity of the starting area of the time trial, then just press right D-pad, press the pause button, go to your map, and set the waypoint to the end destination. Then just back out of your map, head to your phone, go to the job list, and quit the job. Now that you have set a waypoint to the end destination, you can press right D-pad to begin the time trial once again, and just follow the waypoint right through to the end of the time trial. And I found even with this Batty 801 with no upgrades as a beginner in the game, the first time I got quite unlucky due to my poor driving skills or riding skills, and I fell off and just finished the time trial just shy of the part-time, whereas the second time running, I was able to complete this within the part-time. Now, because I've done this on my main character's account, I only got $2,000, but typically each week you will receive $100,000 from this. So be sure to do that as well. So now let's go over the wall safe in your nightclub. You can head to the wall safe here, press right D-pad and walk into it, and this will generate you $50,000 every 48 minutes. Now, at the time of recording, this was actually paying double money, so I received $100,000 every 48 minutes from this wall safe. To keep the nightclub's popularity bar full, just make sure to throw a troublemaker out, and you will also receive an additional payout of $10,000, which is going to help you along your way. Next up, we have stash houses. This is something you can go and do every day in GTA Online. So you'll see this icon on your map, just make your way over here and then press right D-pad when you get to the front of it. So you'll break into the stash house, need to take out some enemies, and you'll need to break into the safe. You'll need to find a code, however, and this will just be placed on the wall at random. You'll be able to put that code into the wall safe and take the goods that are inside of it. So this is a really great way to make some additional money in the game, and you can do this on a daily basis, especially as a beginner. You can see here we made $30,500 from this stash house. Next up, we have got the junk energy time trial. So you can see this on your map. You can head over to this location, just walk into the vicinity there of this starting area and press right D-pad. So there's going to be an inductor with a junk like livery on it, and basically you need to go to all of these checkpoints that are on the map or being displayed in front of you within the part-time. Some tips along your way: if you are, well, say you see a big ramp up here, you can push in the left analog stick if you're playing on controller, and that will give you an additional boost. It's going to charge up as long as you're not jumping, so that'll be RT for Xbox or it'll be R1 for PlayStation players. But eventually, if you finish within the part-time, which is pretty easy, you'll make $52,000 from these. Another really great daily collectible thing you can do in GTA Online for making some additional money are the G's Cash. Now these are randomized around the map each day in GTA Online, and they'll just randomly pop up. It'll be a little box that you'll see, that'll be the icon especially. As you get closer to finding where that box is, you'll hear a beeping sound, and that'll mean you are close to the G's Cash. So just press right D-pad to pick it up, and you will receive some ammo, some snacks, and as well $18,000. You're gonna see this a bit throughout this video, but I went back to the nightclub wall safe in the meantime, grabbed my wall safe amount of $100,000 and threw out a troublemaker. In GTA Online, you'll also notice that the LS car meet will come up at some point in your journey. You can go to Mimi here and you can press right D-pad and purchase a membership for $50,000. This means you can actually go ahead and partake in test track vehicles as such. However, the membership is going to come in handy a little bit later on as part of the nightclub. Sometimes in free roam, you will see a blue marker on your minimap that will pop up at random, and they may be traveling, or sometimes it can be stationary. So you can just take out the enemies and then just grab that vehicle and deliver it back to the drop-off point, and then eventually you'll see that the product has been returned or delivered, and you'll see the payout you will receive. It'll be different for everyone. This one in particular was $25,000. The LS tourist board. If you come to this point on your map, you'll see this icon. It'll be at the top around Mount Chiliad. All you'll need to do is walk up to the board here, press right D-pad, and you'll see shoot animals photography. Every 24 hours, this will rotate and update with 3 different animals that you'll need to photograph around the map. So this one here is a little bit chaotic, and you'll just need to take the photo and send it to the board. I'll leave a link in the description down below, which will help you in identifying where each of these animals are. So if we get into the payouts, there'll be $20,000 for each photograph, and there'll be 3 in total, so that's $60,000 total. And once you do photograph all 3, you'll also get an additional reward bonus of $40K. So that's an easy $100,000 each day. From here, I've made my way back to the nightclub, collected my $100,000 from the wall safe, and I've gone to deliver a VIP back in a limo to the rehab center. So this is someone who has got a little carried away in our nightclub, and will make an additional $11,000 from that mission alone. The LS Tags Daily Collectibles is something that was recently added into Grand Theft Auto 5 Online. Now, first of all, you will need to collect the spray can at one random location, and I'll leave a link to these in the description down below. Again, this is something that does update and rotate every day in GTA Online, so the premise is quite simple. You'll need to collect the spray can, and then once you've done this, you'll need to go to 5 different randomized locations each day and tag the posters. Eventually, once completing this, you'll earn $100,000 total every day. By the beach, by the Santa Monica Pier, we collected a Cayo Perico clue, which is hinting at us getting our Kosatka. Sometimes in GTA Online, you'll get that robber occasionally that does go and steal some cash from from the shop. So what you'll need to do is take them out and basically grab that stolen cash and return it back to the shop within the time limit. You'll typically have about 2 minutes, which is plenty of time. It's usually just down the road. And to be rewarded for returning the stolen cash, you'll get a Good Samaritan bonus of $20,000. If we move on, we're on to the Gold Action Revolver Challenge. Now, this is a treasure hunt that you will just randomly get an email from Vanderland here, and they will say that you need to identify the location of the treasure hunt. What will happen is there'll be a yellow circle around you, typically when you're within the vicinity of where the starting point is. So once you find the first point or first clue here, the investigation will begin, and there'll be 3 different clue points around the map. So once you find that first point, the other 3 locations will open up on your map, as you can see here. So you'll just need to go to each one and then press right D-pad, and if you guys don't know where they are, these are where they are on the map. If you get a little bit lost, especially this final one can be quite tricky. So once you have found all 3, you'll be notified of where the treasure chest is, and this is where you can collect the Gold Action Revolver and complete 50 headshot kills and get a payout of $250,000. Next, I'm going to show you the Navy Revolver Challenge. So this is also another great way of making money. First of all, go to this point on your map in the Paleto Forest at the top of the map. You'll hear that the gameplay is going to sound a little spooky, but you'll know that you're close or nearby to a clue. So you'll see the first one here is like a handprint with some blood on it, and you'll get a payout of $5,000 per clue. Another one of those randomized events in free mode you'll get is a blue icon on your map. These will be sleeping guards, which you can loot by pressing right D-pad, and for this one here, I got a payout of $7,000. The second clue is going to be here in Grapeseed, so this is the location here, and I'm just going to put this in the gameplay here, that way you guys can just come back to this video, find the location of each one, and go from there. So you'll see his second location is this beauty in the barn here, the wood of the barn. But yeah, $5,000 payout, and also we've ranked up, which is pretty awesome. So this will give you some good RP as well if you're looking to rank up your character. Clue number 3 is right here by the Sandy Shores airfield, just off the side of it here. Don't really know what we're looking at, but that is your 3rd clue. Your 4th clue for this challenge is going to be in Great Chaparral here. This is your location, and if we walk over to it, it's going to be just under this light bulb here. It says, "Can you find me?" Yeah, quite spooky, hey? Again, $5,000 for that, which is really handy. And for the 5th and final clue, this is going to be a randomized location. So I'll leave a link in the description down below. It's going to help you out. I think there's 5 different points that it could potentially be at. How you'll know is there's going to be a van here, and there's going to be a bunch of junk in the back of it. So again, like any other clue, you'll press right D-pad. It's kind of spamming out or going crazy in the top left hand corner there. But yeah, this is your location here, or this is one potential location, I should point out. So once you've found that clue, that's 5 out of 5. Again, $25,000 total for all 5 clues. And now we are going to get a text message from an unknown number, basically saying we have a bounty on us now. So what I would suggest you do is go to the Sandy Shores airfield, just be in the middle of this between 7 p.m. and 5 a.m. And pretty much soon after you get there, the slasher will arrive. You just need to take them out, and you'll get rewarded with $50,000 as well as the Navy Revolver, which is pretty good. So from this point, you will need to go and take out or get 50 kills with this Navy Revolver, and we will earn a GTA reward. And oh yeah, by the way, I went back to the nightclub, grabbed my wall safe earnings, and threw out a troublemaker. So just a quick 200k there. But getting back to this challenge now, what I would highly suggest you do is just get a wanted level on you, and then you can just easily rack up these kills through the cops here. So yeah, you may get taken out, or yeah, you'll probably most likely get taken out quite a few times before you complete this challenge. As you guys can see, it's daytime when I complete this. Started at night. But the great thing about this challenge is you will make $250,000 total. So I've gone back to the nightclub, and I'm refilling the popularity bar and collecting more money from the wall safe. So this is what I was talking about earlier, why this is so handy. The nightclub with the wall safe is just a great way to earn money. The equivalent for the bunker would be the ammunition contracts. So next up, let's head to this R icon on your map. It's Ron Jakowski with the Los Santos drug wars. So if you're unfamiliar, this was a DLC that came out a little while ago now actually, but yeah, you can walk into the yellow circle, press right D-pad and start the first mission. This cutscene is quite long, so you may have to sit through that 5 to 10 minutes, but eventually you'll be in the mission and the main objective is to recover Dax's stolen journey. The biggest piece of advice I could give for you in these missions is to make sure you have purchased some super heavy armor, so that's going to help you tremendously, and also make sure you stock up on some ammo. Once you've done this and taken out all of the enemies, you can go and get Dax back from the liquor store, and we can go and deliver this journey back to the abandoned warehouse. So you'll see from the mission alone itself, we will make $20,000, which is a pretty good payout. It's relatively well. These missions can take quite some time, but the main money you're going to make is actually for a first time bonus of $50,000. So all in all, in total, you'll make $70,000 just from that one mission. And you can go into the freak shop from here. It'll be unlocked after that first mission. You can walk up to Dax, press right D-pad and go straight into another mission. So Dax has two sets of different missions. There's the first dose missions and the last dose. So this one here is heavy metal, relatively straightforward. Once again, you just need to go and find the rival boss and take them out, and then take a photograph of that rival boss and send it back to Dax. The premise of Dax's missions goes as this: take a lot of people out, die a few times, fail the mission a few times, and redo it. But eventually, the great thing about these missions, you do get rewarded with a very nice payout. The other thing, like I suggested in the first mission from these, is that armor and ammo are going to be your best friends, and also snacks. Eventually, once you've completed the steps needed to finish this mission, you'll just need to leave the area, and you'll see that the payout you do get is $50,000. So like I said, you may need to grind it out a little these missions, but the payout is well worth it. The only downside to these, you'll have a cooldown period of 48 minutes. So from this point, I took a couple of hours away from grinding, and yeah, you'll see just how much money this nightclub actually makes you or generates you from the wall safe. So I've done a couple of cycles here of just grabbing the payout from the wall safe, throwing out a troublemaker to keep that popularity bar full, and this is why I've just gone about my day. So it's really good. You can even just leave this overnight, say if you're going to bed. The downside, you're going to rack up a pretty expensive electricity bill, but you can see just how much money we've made from this. So if I get more into the grind routine of what I was doing to make as much money as possible so that I could afford the Kosatka, it was honestly these Dax missions. Like every 48 minutes, or I would just go away from the desk and I would just make sure that that wall safe in the nightclub was generating money. I'd go and do one of these Dax missions and repeat the process. So $50,000 from that one there helped get us over the line. If you come to this location on your map, you'll see Vincent. This is the icon, and this is how you can start up the Cluckin farm raid in GTA Online. The first mission is going to be Slush Fund. You'll have a fairly long introductory via Vincent, and he'll explain what is going on. I'm still blown away because when you go into the casino, you'll actually see that he's still working there as a security guard, I believe it is. He's in the back end of the casino, and then when you start up the Cluckin farm raid, it's funny because he's just a police cop at that point and he's in a different career route. So bit of GTA lore there, which I think a lot of players know by this point, but if you're a beginner and you didn't know that, yeah, Vincent used to work at the casino. Anyway, the mission here, concealed weapons, I would suggest that you do go for target A. This is going to be the Marabunte gear, so you'll just need to take out these enemies here. There'll be 3 lowriders that you need to just open the trunk of and see if the weapons or gear is inside of it. So I've got a full guide on the Cluckin farm raid. I did this quite a while ago, so I'll leave a link in the description down below. That'll go over this from start to finish of what you need to do. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to point out the 2 important key points that I would strongly suggest that you do. It's just going to help you out tremendously when you do get to that finale. To begin the next mission, you'll just need to go to that yellow circle, press right D-pad and start it up. So this one here, hit and run this mission, I would suggest going for target C. It's going to be more of a military grade vehicle, and you'll see from the gameplay here, I would recommend just getting a sniper or a marksman rifle and shooting at that cargo bob. Yeah, some pretty terrible aiming there. So I don't know what I was doing, but eventually that cargo bob will get blown up and that vehicle will roll down, and you'll be able to collect it and take it back to the location that you're going to store it in. So you'll need to just drive that to that end location, as you can see on screen here. Go bring up your phone and text Vincent to confirm your getaway vehicle. You'll earn an additional amount of money for all of the setups. It's not going to be anything too crazy, but as a beginner it will help you out tremendously, and when you get to the finale, this is just by far the best way to make money as a beginner. You can grind this constantly, and upon completing it you will receive a really nice payout of $500,000. Of course, there's going to be a bit of a cooldown period. I believe it's 45 minutes. Not only will you make $500,000 from this heist, for completing it after your first time, you'll get a first time bonus of $250,000 on top. Once again, in the meantime, I've gone back to the nightclub, grabbed the $100,000 from the wall safe, thrown out a troublemaker, and made an extra penny. And if you're new to GTA Online, then you may not be familiar with this, but we have weekly updates in the game. So each Thursday there's an event week where some missions are paying double, if not triple money and RP for taking part in it. Sometimes there'll be the community series. Sometimes you'll go to Rockstar Created under your pause menu in the job section, and the adversary modes are often the missions that are paying double, if not triple money and RP. So this was the week when the community job races were paying triple money, and I made just about $80,000 from 2 races here. And not only that, you'll just see how much RP we got and ranked up our player a lot. Just one more time, we've gone to the nightclub, grabbed our money, 100k, delivered a VIP to their home, and made another $11,000. So we have done it. We have made enough money to purchase a Kosatka, but we have to go and visit Miguel Madrazo at the music locker, which is okay. So as you can see on Warstock Cash and Carry, we can purchase one from $2.2 million, but it is currently locked. So we need to go into the music locker, which is a private club, and we can go and visit Miguel Madrazo. So once you're inside here, you'll need to pay a fee of $150, and then from there you can make your way down the staircase onto the dance floor and into the private booth area where you'll see Miguel. He's going to then talk to us and discuss about El Rubio, which is hinting at the Cayo Perico heist. From there you'll unlock Pavel as a contact. You can go to Warstock Cash and Carry, and you can go ahead and purchase a Kosatka. You don't need any of the other upgrades, you just need the Kosatka to be able to do the Cayo Perico heist. The Sparrow is handy, but we can purchase that later down the line. So boom, we have gone ahead and purchased the Kosatka. Now we'll get a phone call from Pavel asking us to come over to the Kosatka, and you can see this will be the icon on your map. You can make your way over there, and we have finally done it. You have finally done it. You now have a Kosatka in GTA Online, and we were only just a beginner at the start of this video. I've got many videos on my channel on how to complete the Cayo Perico heist, so be sure to check them out. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the ultimate beginner guide in Grand Theft Auto 5 Online for new players in the year of 2024. If it did help you guys out, be sure to leave a like, subscribe for more content like this, be sure to share it with a friend who's a new player. But in the meantime, take care, and I'll see you in my next video.